This has been just like the most intense week in the best way. Okay, so first of all, my book is done. So, well, my book's been done actually. It's been done for like most of the poems were out years and years and years ago, but like it's like I had literally had a whole art show for this book. In May of last year, but it was technically done by 111 the year before. And then it's a self-published book, so I was trying really hard, and then like it just kept not working for all these weird reasons. Amazon's situation is not the best, but there's I realized something great out of all of it because on 111 the other day, the new moon, I was like trying so hard to get it to like be posted again, like going through the same thing. And it was just like all these weird little things that were just going wrong that they didn't need to be. And I'm definitely somebody that's like, I only do things if it's in flow. But I was like, I have to have this done by 111. Like the book is called California Psalms on Highway 111. So 111, you see, and I already had to wait a whole year. So I was like, I'm done with this book. And like it processed a lot of emotions, so like I'm so unattached to like the feelings, and every time I like reread it to like go through it, it's like oh my god, like I'm so over this. And that's an interesting thing about writing down your feelings. They're feelings, so they go away. But anyways, the premise of the book is actually not just to write down my feelings. It was because I wanted to confuse the librarian. And I wanted to have something where they wouldn't know what shelf to put the book on. Because to me, there's these things that have these separations in them between like spirituality and sexuality, and the different concepts of that and the ways to view it, sort of from the animal realm to the higher realms. And so the book is a process of taking of reaching sort of more of a sacred sexuality space. But it starts with poems I probably don't want my mom to read. Everything's obviously based off of like some sort of truth. But I'm also trying to catalog my time in California. And so there's lots of little landmarks in there. And then to music, in mostly like kind of the 70s, and sort of my romanticized version of when California was sort of in its like prime. And there's nods to a lot of nods to sort of the underbelly of the world we live in, and how there's not really a place where the body's a temple if we're just following sort of the like what you think the roles are of uh the of the masculine and the feminine. And so it's also written in a style that's written simply to be through the rhythm, through the nod. It's a tantric book. When I was writing it, however, I did not realize that I was writing a tantric book. And then I started studying tantra, and I was like, whoa. It was like all these keywords. And then too, like my teacher right now, I'm doing in a yoga intensive all weekend, and he keeps channeling like words from like different concepts and different words, and I'm like, okay, like this book took so long because it was ready to be received now, like it. So anyways, if you're still listening, I submitted it. It's good. It's up, but it's the simplified version. Going through this process, I took out like all these photos. I just had to keep simplifying it to make it work through the Amazon Kindle. I maybe one day I'll have a publisher and somebody that can figure out coding. I tried to figure out coding, that didn't work out. So there's a very simplified hard copy and a very simple Kindle like ebook. Both are going to be available as soon as Amazon approves it. It's like a evaluation system, but I'd already posted it once before and it got approved, so hopefully it'll be fine. Anyway, I'm only gonna do 111 of this first copy because it's my first book. So like, if you're gonna invest in me, then like I'm also investing in me, and that book's gonna be the most valuable book. Say I make it somehow, my first book with imperfect indentations Mind you, most of the issues that I've been like perfectionizing over the year, it's just been like Amazon's just messing on my indents, and that's driving me crazy. But the like context of the book is all there, and I would love anyone that is healing from lack of reception, lack of a whole healed water element. And I think a lot of times the sexual trauma is stored in the sacral, which is the chakra of the water element. And so many of us have had experiences with being forced into situations we don't want to. And this is a mirror of forcing and pumping and raping the earth and the feminine essence. And we are in the Aquarian age. We were in the Piscean age, which is the age of knowledge. It's the age that could be dominated by the fire element, the hyper masculinity. But now we're in the Aquarian age, which is the water bearer. And so there's a rise in the feminine, and this is a book that is a rise of the feminine. And so it's not made for any one gender, but it is encoded with sort of keys and things that I picked up from the sound current that I'm now seeing when I was writing, and I had no idea at the time, but like it has healing bits to it that are in a way like part of the sound current. So I made it so you actually like spoken word to say it out loud, so that way when especially when you get to the end, it has a lot more of the ethereal realm. And it's also sassy and saucy and naughty and about cowboys and space girls and whatever. And I think it's also entertaining, hopefully. But the point is that when we create, having the, at least for me, I should speak for myself, but when I create, this was a process of trying to keep it like so pure, like it was, this is my prayer. Like this book, it's like 200 something pages, is my prayer of the alchemy that I've been through in the subtle body realm. So physical body healed, then we get to this depth where we get to go, we have the opportunity to go into where it's uncomfortable. And where it's uncomfortable is often can go even deeper into the lineages. And so it's designed to heal for the collective. It's designed to heal for all the feminine and to give masculines an insight to what hypermasculinity or overdominance can do to the softness. It actually pushes the feminine to have to hold the masculine energy too. And so when we're in this world of like single mothers where we have, we're holding both hats. This is a book I hope that will also offer healing to that when we have to have, the survival is also that hyper masculine energy, and that's something to honor and heal, not compete. This is a book of harmonizing the balance of the uh, Shiva and Shakti and a little rock and roll. And yeah, I hope it goes to the right hearts and the right eyes. It's also psychedelic as fuck, so I hope people even like get it. I'm talking to the aura in it, so like maybe it's like one of those things that like it's an oracle, like you can open it to a random page. Nobody has seen the entirety of this book also ever. I've had like some friends kind of look over parts, but no one's ever seen it. And I love that intimacy. And even like posting it or publishing it, I was at a yoga studio on 111 with some of my just most dear close friends, and we were just there to just do alchemy. And I had really planned, like, I just wanted it to, like, have to be able to announce it, have a wait list, la la la. Like, everyone's so over it because it took so long, probably already, for it to even exist, outside of my Instagram posts. But, like, it was it's the unfolding of intimacy with God, through the body, through trauma, and that ride, to deliver it in a way that was so not what I planned, but it was perfect. And that's that's the alignment that I'm being humbled. This whole book was just a humbling and a listening, a big listening. It's it was my meditation, and I am so happy that it's not that it's birthed. And I really like. There's so many inside little secrets and tidbits that I honestly think I'm exposing myself, which is terrifying, and I'm also exposing myself in a way that people can really get the wrong idea. I think everyone's gonna read it and not know my secrets and have their own bits and attachments to it, and that's what I'm kind of like hoping for, is that it's yours. It's not mine anymore. It's just I just got to birth it, and then that makes me so much more free to start the next thing, which I already have started so many. It's all been a vision, but I've just been feeling like an absolute mad scientist for a while, and it's just I'm happy that it's out of me. That's the point. And yeah, so that's the update. I have lots of yoga too, but this is what I'm going through right now. And then once it's out, it's like I can. I had to do that to do the other things. There's a plan. I got a vision. So I feel like it's like from here. So yeah, okay. Have a great day, everybody, or night. It's I haven't had a lot of time to like be well, I've had quiet time, but I've needed my extra time to be my time. So I hope I get to post more soon. I hope that my time gets to be shared. All right, so